Hi everyone, welcome to this special series of interview with past winners of YMP Award. As many of you know, the YMP Awards recognizes two mining professionals, a male and a female under the age of 40 in the mining industry, who over the past year in their career have demonstrated exceptional leadership skills, innovative thinking, and provided value to their companies, their shareholders, and themselves. And this interview is all about getting to know the past winners. So today my guest is Nolan Watson, the CEO and co-founder of Sandstorm Gold Royalties. And he's also the 2017 winner of the YMP Munk Awards. So Nolan, thank you. Glad to have you on board.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So let's start again. The usual way I start the interviews. How did you start in the mining industry?
Well, that's a great question. As soon as I graduated from university, I started articling at a CPA firm, and mining was taking off at the time, and a lot of our largest clients happened to be mining clients. And one day, a manager walked up to my cubicle and said, "Nolan, how do you feel about Myanmar?" I had no idea what Myanmar was, so I said, "What is a Myanmar?" And she said, "No, where is Myanmar?" And the answer is, "You're going there." And they started shipping me around the world to go reviewing and auditing mines, and just absolutely fell in love with the business and never left.
Interesting. So what comes to mind, or who comes to mind, when we talk about success and to be successful?
That's a big word. I think everyone defines it differently. It's one of the great things about the word. I mean, for me, successful is sort of reaching my maximum potential in whatever I'm endeavoring to do. And where I put my priorities. For me, family is one of my key priorities, and making sure that my family and kids are doing well is successful. And at the same time, in my career, it's trying to make the world a better place and make it a different place than what it would have been had you not done your career.
And is there someone in the industry, could be more than one person, you look up to?
Well, there's lots of people in the industry that I look up to. I used to work with the guy named Ian Telfer really closely, and I think the world of him. And then Glenn Ives is the chairman of Deloitte, who I used to work with, and he used to work with Ian in the mining industry, and look up to him. And there's a whole host of other people. I mean, the mining industry, it has a lot of good people in it, and I still work with a lot of those good people today.
So now as a CEO, you're definitely in a leadership position. So what does it mean to you to be a good leader?
What does it mean to me to be a good leader? Well, I think that if any person is hoping to achieve the most that they can achieve, part of making that difference is making that difference in the lives of all of the people around you. And it's one of the great things, and one of the burdens of leadership, is that everyone that is following you, whether they be employees or investors or friends or whatever it is, that you try to look after their interests too, and make the whole better and make their lives better. I think a lot of people think that leadership is just trying to achieve things at the expense of others, and that's literally the opposite of leadership. And so I take that real seriously.
And what advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
Oh, my 20-year-old self. I would say take yourself a little less seriously.
That's a good one.
And no matter how bad anyone is telling you are, or how dumb they think you are, you're really not that dumb. And no matter how good anyone is saying that you are, you're really not quite that good. Just somewhere in between, and stay humble.
Very, very good. Okay, now a bit more of a personal question, but do you have a morning routine, whether it's pre-work or at work?
I do, yeah. So I wake up just like everybody else, and I roll out of bed pretty quick and hop in the car. And I've got quite a long commute to work, so I spend the first hour of every morning listening to a combination of ebooks to help improve everything from leadership to personal relationships to whatever it is. I'm just finishing one right now on astrophysics. I do a lot of my learning in the morning, and then I get to work, check the news, and start my day.
which book have you given the most, if there are any?
Ooh. The book that I've given out the most is called Outliers. And the name of the author escapes me right now, but it's a book about capital allocation and some of the greatest capital allocators throughout history, and the tools and things that they used to add value to shareholders through either share buybacks or whatever it is to grow their business creatively to shareholders.
Interesting. And any plans for 2021, whether it's you and your role or the company?
Well,
I bet there are plenty.
2020 taught me not to make too many plans. But 2021 is a really big year for Sandstorm. Actually, we've got a lot of things that we have bought that are coming online, and some really big streams that are about to come online, and Hod Moddon's moving forward, and we've got more capital than we've ever had to go make acquisitions. So the plan is growth and execute on that growth, and we've got a clear and strong mandate from shareholders to do that. And so I'm pretty excited to do that in 2021.
And final last question, which is a bit broad and open-ended, but any last piece of advice you have for our YMP members and audience?
Well, I think one of the pieces of advice that I would give to maybe a 25-year-old version of myself would be, don't underestimate what you are capable of if you work hard. You see a lot of people at the heads of companies, CEOs, people that you look up to, and sometimes there's a temptation to think that they're better than us when we're younger people, or that they have something special that we don't. And the truth is that anyone can do it if they invest in themselves enough. Anyone can become whatever they want in business and in an industry, and just set high goals, hold yourself to account, work hard, and good things will come.
That's great. That's great. Thanks so much, Nolan, for this short interview. I mean, to get to know you a bit better. And for anyone listening, just make sure you stay tuned for the 2021 YMP Award winners. Thanks.
Thank you.